Distinct beats.
Try to tell them we up next, you can't stop that. This your favorite podcast. Every show is lit, baby. You know what we finna do. Slick gon' talk that slick talk, he gon' get political. Okay. Do not switch topics, niggas is toxic. Poppy shots don't always saying something wrong, but if you don't like it, what we saying, nigga, oh well. We try to tell you, baby, this might not go well. This might not go. Hey, that's it. One take. We're not even doing it again. Keep that. That's the one.
Shut it up. Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to another episode of This Might Not Go Well. Yeah. Episode 220. We in the building. You already know who it is. It's the host with the most, B Breezy, aka Poppy Side Zone.
Yo, what's going on, everybody? It's your boy Slick Grayson. How y'all doing out there?
Shout out to Jamie Tox. He be in the next episode. But that was Beat King. Throw that ass. RIP Beat King. Make sure you download the Live Podcast app on iOS and Android. And make sure you follow us on all social media. This might not go well. If any branding deals, business opportunity, please email us at thismightnotgowell@gmail.com. Episode 220. How you feeling this week, brother?
I'm cool, man. Enjoying my last week of summer before we get back to the grind. But everything is good. Everything copacetic. Just did our fantasy draft for football, first time for me. So I'm excited to kind of see how this all plays out. But you know, the real love is basketball. So we're gonna get that set up at the end of September, so everybody know when I go back to back.
I was always saying niggas better not let me win. But I'm doing all right, man. I ain't gonna lie. July took his sweet time leaving, and August is trying to dip out in a heartbeat. I felt like it was just August 1st, and now it's almost summer's over, man. You know, this summer was good. How you feel like this summer was for you?
No, 100%. I think it started off rough just with everything with my pops and family and whatnot, but then also like I called it like I was talking to my therapist yesterday. It was like this summer represented like the close of old chapters and like the real like a whole new start in a lot of areas. So while the grief is still something I'm processing, I think the summer has moved pretty quickly. July took forever, and in August I'm like, damn, I go back to work next week. Like that's crazy. So it's definitely moving.
I feel similar too. I feel like, you know, August has been, but I've been having a lot of great times in August though. So I don't know. July, I don't know. Summer ain't what summer used to be now that we old now, okay? Like, I feel like we the new adults, and I don't think we take the opportunity to be new adults anymore. I feel like next summer, I'm going to make that my mission to be the new adults, or maybe of just setting up more, you know, get-togethers and things of that nature. You feel me? Because I definitely don't want to do what young Brian was doing, because remember, I went to one little Greek picnic. Boy, I felt so aged. I felt like the old head for real. I was like, yeah, I'm never doing this again. But yeah, hope everyone enjoyed their summer. You feel me? But let's get into some quick news. First of all, we want to give our condolences to Judge Frank Caprio. He just died off of cancer. I really like this judge because he went viral. He's been going viral for many of his rulings, but one of the viral things that he went for that I appreciate is there was this very, very old father who caught a speeding ticket because he was driving his disabled son to his appointments, and he was the only person he couldn't really see, and the officer gave him a ticket, and he basically dismissed the ticket for this father because he realized no matter what age, he's still, you know, the unconditional love for your son. So just a appreciation for the former chief judge of Providence, Frank Caprio, though. RIP to you, man, after your battle with cancer. Alrighty, Slick. PlayStation 5 prices are increasing. Many people are attributing it to tariff. What's your thoughts, Slick?
Absolutely. It's not just the PlayStation 5. Shout out to you got yours for free. Back in the day, we had to struggle to get them joints. Shout out to everybody that's on PS5 way. We was digitally camping out. But it's definitely a product of tariffs. And I don't know if people know, I believe by August 29th, that's actually when they're lifting one of the embargoes that the government had put in place. So like all those Shein hauls, you was paying like $200 and getting like 50 pieces of clothing. like that's dead. Like you're going to be paying the tariff, the import tax on that, where you're going to actually have to pay to return items that don't fit if they were shipped internationally or made outside of the U.S. So it's about to get real spooky. I don't know if you guys are paying attention, but just in terms of what's happening in D.C., they brought in more National Guard. Red states have started sending their National Guard at Trump's request. In Texas, they were holding that council member against her will because she wouldn't sign off the paper to let them monitor her every movement. They finally got the gerrymandering situation to go down. So it's going to continue to get spooky out here. And it's not, and it's the fact that it's like PS5s and clothes and commerce, that's where people are going to really start to feel it in their everyday lives. But really pay attention to what's happening out here. I don't know if you heard about this. We talked about it before, the Smithsonian, in the sense of like they're trying to revamp historical exhibits that focus on slavery and to show that it's not that bad, to kind of go along with that message from these conservatives. And it's just really like, it's so disappointing. Like, of course, I don't want my game system or my sneakers and stuff. They're already expensive as shit. But for them to go even more expensive, like that's not cool at all. Not fun as a consumer. Mm-hmm. But you're also going to tell me now, like you're changing how much I pay for things. But you're also saying that you're going to have my daughter and all of my godchildren and all the kids I'm teaching, you're going to, in uncertain places, tell them slavery wasn't bad. These things didn't happen. They weren't that bad. It was a part of the American way. And again, I say this every week. We never punish the South for what happened in the Civil War. And not every Southern state, but there were Southern sympathizers where even today you can ride through and you'll see a Confederate flag. When I was on vacation earlier this month, we saw a Confederate flag where we were at in Virginia, right? So just keeping these things in mind, the government is changing, and it's starting to trickle into our everyday lives with little things like our purchases, our groceries. You want to buy a house, you want to buy a car. I just saw a video on CarMax. They were selling a 2015 Honda for, I want to say it was like $17,000 or like $15,000, no negotiations. And it was a Honda with like 100,000 miles on it from CarMax, right? Think about that. Like I was playing with, I did the other day. I'm like, yo, maybe I get me a little beater car, something that I don't mind driving, because if it gets messed up, God forbid, it's like, all right, I'm not putting my family out for us not having a vehicle. It's really just to go around the neighborhood and stuff like that. If I had to park it far, I'm not like as attached to it as would be like the family car. And I was just like, yo, even to get like a little Corolla, you're paying like $18,000 to $24,000. So think about that. Like little decisions that in 5, 10, 20 years ago would have been the easiest thing to make. Like it's over. I was talking to my therapist. You know how much back in the 60s you can get a house for $30,000 and it'll be a nice house, right?
What? I saw an ad when they said it was like $7,000, like in a certain decade.
Mm-hmm. Right. Thinking about these things. So we're starting to see that trickle over. I'm sorry to rant a little bit, but we're seeing that trickle into other spaces of life. The tax, the certain tax. We talk about everybody making more money and getting their earnings up. The taxes go up. There is about to be no middle class. Right, talking about traveling and they're pulling people off flights or when they get back. Oh, where you from? You see a passport? Oh, no, you wasn't born here. You can't go. You're being detained. Like, think about that. It hasn't happened to that extreme for everybody yet, but we're getting into a spot where we're going to start seeing our everyday lives impacted by this administration. And even like I joke, we used to joke like, yo, we live in New York. We're good. Trump has said, yo, if so and so wins, I'm taking New York. Right? Trump has said, oh, California, I've deployed the National Guard. The media don't even talk about it. The media hides it. So if this PlayStation 5 price increase, this is something that gets people to pay it and younger and, mobilize people like, yo, I don't want to pay an extra $50, $60 for my device because I'm also paying the tax on it. Look at what else is changing.
Damn. Shout out to GameStop though. GameStop is giving you extra $50 on top of the credit if you traded any of your PlayStation or Xbox or any Switch towards the purchase of.
But that shit ends on Monday.
I know. I'm just trying to put a silver lining. But you all right though. It's very disheartening when you hear all of this, and it's just kind of like. Like I said, and I said this constantly throughout all these episodes, our generation has went through a lot, bro. From global pandemic, from a recession to another recession to a crazy government. It's just like, bro, you can't catch a break here. And now we have this man in office who's just been turning up since day one. And it doesn't look like we're going to get any help because he doesn't get called out from his party. And then look, the Democrats still look like their heads are cut off in a sense of what they need to do or to get together. Fuck it, sling crack. You feel me? Get your money up, not your funny up. You feel me? Because it looked like we're going to be in dark times in the next 3 years. Now, one viral video I want to talk about, Slick. Did you see that viral video of those food influencers taking a bite out of their sandwich and a car crashed into them?
I did see that, actually.
I ain't gonna lie, Slick. They didn't fake it enough for me. That video would have been destroyed. My ass would have been showed up. You ever saw that Jimmy Fox episode when that woman slipped on the floor and she came with a full body casket?
Oh, yeah, and he had to tell her she couldn't dance for her to, what's it called?
Boy, I'm coming to that court case full. They don't look that injured, but yo, what would you do in that situation, Slick?
Nah, you gotta fall. Your dad gotta fall.
I'm not getting up, but it was they only got a one bite out their sandwich, and them they was over here just eating glass straight, which I'm like, yo, this shit crazy because you don't know what the fuck is going on. But also shout out to Kai Cenat. He just announced that he's gonna do his last and final Mafia-thon. You're familiar with the streaming world, Slick. I don't like what they're doing to Kai right now.
Oh yeah, they blackballing the shit out of him.
Yeah, they blackballing hell, and I think, and they also kind of using the excuse of him having a girlfriend as slowing down his hustle and his ambition. And I don't like that at all because for what Kai was doing as a single man, he needed to get a girlfriend quick because too many girls was exposing him. So don't blame him getting a girl, but I'm just like, why do we love to tear down people that we help build up?
Haters, man. And I think, and I guess this is another element to it. Isn't he beefing with Aiden or somebody? What's the Aiden's manager or whatever?
Yeah, so there's been tensions between them, and also Aiden is also a person who's on a platform where they don't have that much restrictions. So Aiden be saying all different types of shit. Even Drake got to kind of like limit his interactions with him a little bit because of that. So I couldn't understand why, because it's like, yo, Kai is connected. He's up for movies and stuff like that. He can't be getting those negative attentions from Aiden.
That too, and I also feel like when you have popular platforms or like, you know, certain groups and demographics that have power, it's like you can kind of turn the narrative against somebody. You feel me? So I think that kind of has to do it. And again, a lot of times our consumer base can be sheepish, so we're gonna go with what the trends are saying or what the media we're consuming is saying, not realizing that we're seeing these certain things about these certain items or people for a reason. So,
facts. Now on to some celebrity news. What's your thoughts about Lisa Ray's comment on Taylor Swift and Kim Kardashian? She said that a black woman couldn't prosper getting ran through like Taylor Swift and Kim Kardashian. Does she has a point?
She does have a point because it's not. First of all, you think about Taylor Swift, you don't think about her that way. And Kim Kardashian kind of took that and she made it her motif. Like she built a brand off of it, if you understand what I'm saying. Like Taylor Swift, you don't think about, I don't think about her having sex with her ex-boyfriends or, you know, she dates a lot. They frame it as like teenage love, you know, she's our age or older, right? So it's like, you're not.
Yeah, she's 2 years older.
Yeah, so you never really think about, oh, she popping it for a bunch of real niggas. You never say that about Taylor Swift. And then Kim Kardashian is like, yeah, she got caught with the tape, but it's like she controls the narrative so much about who she around and whatever. It wasn't like she was just like groupie. Like I'm trying to think of I don't want to disrespect anybody too crazy, but Anthony Edwards' baby mother, like that, right?
Oh yeah.
Who was like, all right, you link to these dudes, and it's like we just know you because you suing them for child support. It's like, all right, bet you're right. I'm outside. I mean, my body does get me in rooms or lets me talk to people, but I've turned that into $1 billion brand, and then you know I'm putting people on, and I'm with the top of the top or whatever I'm in. So she was with Miles Austin. He was one of the most popular receivers. Odell Beckham, Kanye, who else? I'm trying to think. Reggie Bush, right? Ray J. So she was with people at the peak of their popularity. So it's like you kind of don't say it, or you don't think about that.
The only problem with that statement I have a problem with is you pick two of the nominees though. You talking about two individuals who have a powerful backing from T Swift, and also they was also grandfathered into this internet world.
That's true.
So that's my only problem with it. Is like there's no new age white woman or new age non-black woman who's getting ran through that's seeing a success of T Swift or Kim Kardashian. You get what I mean? Like for Kim Kardashian, like you said, the real MVP behind Kim Kardashian is the mom. The mom made millionaires and billionaires. She held it down. She pimped it out. She did what she had to do. And then with T Swift, she's been around since 2005. Damn. God damn, she's been around since 2005. From Tim McGraw. I didn't even realize that. T Swift is 20 years in the game. But it's like you're talking about these two individuals who was grandfathered into this new social media world. So they're already big names and they already have a powerful backing behind them that helps navigate them. So of course, they're not going to get the same allegations of Meg Thee Stallion and I don't even know who else will, like Bernice Burgos or Cardi. Yeah, they don't. This phrase, unfortunately, the black women don't have a powerful backing to help them navigate it and help them with the PR. But then again, I'm just thinking of just new age right now. There's not that many new age women from any color that is really flipping or doing anything like T Swift or Kim Kardashian is doing, in my opinion. I don't know if you could name one.
Well, that's fair. I think it's harder in this because everybody in social media is going to assume whatever. Like you could say like, all right, Meg is dating guys in the industry, or certain people are dating whoever, but it's like, all right, how is that really going to promote you? You can build basically your brand is being built off of your interactions. So just seeing who you dating doesn't really carry anymore. It doesn't really hold weight, if that makes sense.
Oh, Lori Harvey, but Lori Harvey's doing it well.
I mean,
she has a history of dating niggas and she's successful. Nobody's really coming after her like that. But she also maintains her quietness, though. She don't really talk. Like, remember we joked about we didn't hear her talk until that one time? For all those years, we hear all those stories about her?
Yeah,
that could also be one thing, too. I agree, though. Now, our boy Omar Gooden responded back. I don't know if you want to play a little snippet. I sent it on the Twitter DMs, man.
Give me a second.
I ain't gonna lie. He's one of them niggas that he should have became a rapper instead of an actor, Slick. Let me know what you think, bro.
I feel like he got some. I mean, he made some money. He all right. Let's see. Let me find it. Here you go. That was pretty good.
Nah. Who the hell Omar think he is? I'm fucking with it.
Niggas.
He had flow, delivery, a little comedy in it.
Yeah, I'm not mad at it.
Cam, you gotta get in that booth, gang.
Cam not getting in that booth. He's not gonna validate this.
He better, cause he's on what it is over here spitting freestyles every other week. I need the bar. I need the computers puting. You feel me? I need. I don't. Damn, I can't. Oh yeah. What's that song with Kanye West?
I'm down and out.
I got lions and tigers, bears. Oh my! I need that. I need that Cam. I need that Cam to pump out on this nigga because you getting bodied by an actor nigga. You heard?
Yeah,
Cam?
That's funny.
But I support it though. I supported Omar. All this because this is the thing about it that kills me, Slick. All this started because he just said Junior. This is the wildest beef ever. Now, Slick, we didn't get to talk about this topic last week, so I had to bring it up. You know Halle Berry, right? She's been married multiple times. Well, she was married to this former Atlanta Braves baseball player back in the early 90s. And on all the smoke, he discussed why he broke up with her, which led to a lot of gender war topics. You want to play the little snippet first?
I got you. Here you go.
We never had any major issues like that. Mm-hmm. It's just that because I was young and had only been in, honestly, one real relationship before her, my knowledge and my understanding, my wisdom around relationships just wasn't vast. Mm-hmm. So I'm looking at my mom, and I'm a Midwest guy. So in my mind, I'm thinking a wife at that time should cook, clean,
traditional,
and then I'm thinking, okay, if we have kids, is this the woman I want to have kids with and build a family with? And at that time, as a young guy, she don't cook, don't clean, don't really seem like motherly. And then we start having issues.
Damn.
What's your thoughts, Slick?
It's twofold. I think that coming to the table with his expectations, if he never spoke to her about that, that's not her fault. Hold on. Sorry. Like, it's not.
The allergies?
Yeah, bro, I'm dying over here.
I know. I'm
dying.
Shout out to he's sacrificing himself to record this episode, guys. So
Yeah,
make sure you thumbs and like and comment, subscribe everywhere.
Yeah, but like you don't have that conversation of what your expectations are. I think that some people just get married for the sake of it, and they don't know like your definition of a spouse with my definition might be two different things. So I think that's something that needed to be said. And two, nigga, that's Halle Berry though. Like she's making millions and millions of dollars. So you expect her to be doing all of that and then cooking and cleaning. I don't know how nice he was. I didn't look up his stats. Nothing.
Nah, he was nice. He was that nigga in the 90s. He was when the Atlanta Braves was the Atlanta Braves.
Going to the World Series.
Yeah.
So y'all got the money to get a housekeeper, and like you're not going to domesticate, or your partner's not going to be submissive. Y'all both is at the peak of y'all games. Like who has time to cook and clean? You feel me? So that's why I was like,
yeah.
But I also feel like the way he delivered it, like I've heard people talk about it. I never listened to it till just now. The fact that he's saying like based on my upbringing, all I had to go up, but he prefaces like I was young, so I only went by what I saw and what I thought a wife was in my perspective, which is why I said it had to be a conversation.
And that's why I wanted to touch on, because there's a lot of women, oh, she's supposed to cook. I'm like, he's actually taking accountability of himself. Mm-hmm. He's like, bro, this was what I noticed when I was younger. This was the mind frame at the time. And he just didn't adjust to it. And I think that led to problems in the relationship. He took full accountability. So I don't understand the whole gender war things that's going on in the comment sections. You feel me? I don't know why, because they all had over there. Oh, women shouldn't just cook and clean. That was just what he was growing. That's what he just growing up looking. You feel me? I mean, a product of the environment. But I agree what you mean. I agree what you said. Like it should have been a conversation. I think he just wasn't ready for marriage at that point, because the longer clip is she actually asked him to marry her. He was really that nigga though.
I'm looking now.
It was like 5 months in, she asked him to marry her type of thing. So, I think he had a whole bunch of choices, and she wasn't Halle Berry at that moment because they got together around 92, 93.
Around Boomerang.
And she just did Boomerang. Yeah, but she wasn't $20 million first actress to get to $20 million yet. So I could see where his mind frame was. But imagine you fumble a girl that turned out to be Halle Berry, one of the most sought out women ever, from all races.
Got him.
And you know what? Shout out to her though, because she threw a little shade. Because she said, "Yeah, now I'm cooking and cleaning now." Because she married now, and she got a daughter. So it's like, damn, you could have. But no disrespect, Halle, because I love you. There's been rumors that ain't hit what it hit for. But let's get to the next topic. What's your thoughts about Lil Nas X roaming the streets of LA early in the morning with nothing but underwear on and looking like he's possibly OD'd on some drugs?
I don't want to just go to the cynic in me and say I think it was a publicity stunt, just because I'm like, you're Lil Nas X, you outside in cowboy boots and your drawers walking around, somebody happens to be following you for mad long and you just keep interacting. Like that definitely is a little attention seeking, but also at the same part, if it is authentic, I just send him healing energy and prayers, because it's tough. You popped unexpectedly and became like one of the biggest artists in the world for a short period of time, and it's like afterwards nobody seemed to care about your music after the second project, and then it's just like you're trying to drop. I've seen you drop different things in the last 2 or 3 years, and it's just not connecting anymore. So that's got to be a tough fall off. You feel me? So just send him, hopefully, if it's real, healing energy. And if it's not real, now it's a publicity stunt, still healing energy, because that's tough.
Yeah, because for you to go to that extreme to get attention, if it is a publicity stunt, is crazy. Same healing energy, because I know a lot of people disagree with his early career action, especially when he did the whole devil, because a lot of people are attributing it back to religious reasons for all what he's going through right now, due to him, using a lot of religious themes in his music before. I'm not going into that. But yeah, that's why I tell you, yo, a lot of people don't understand the artist's lifespan ain't that long. Niggas thought Lil Baby was gonna be the number one guy at this moment, and the baby, and even Meg Thee Stallion. Yo, let's talk about it. Meg Thee Stallion was supposed to be leading the face for female rap. Now we talk about her making spaghetti for Klay Thompson
and Catfish.
And Catfish. So it's like, yo, really don't think this shit lasts long. For all my artists out there, really just get your bread, make sure you make the right decision, make sure you stay humble and build that core audience, because it ain't like the older internet days. Like Wiz Khalifa, the reason why Wiz Khalifa will forever remain solid is because he built his cult fan base very, very young, and he really like fed them, so they always gonna support him. A lot of you artists chase a fast hit. Y'all just go with the viral stuff, and y'all don't really take your time to really build the foundation of a fan base. And that's why when the music stopped hitting, because for everybody, the music stopped hitting. That's when it's hard to heat up again, because shout out to the baby been releasing. I don't know about that whole singing shit that you just did, the baby, but before that, he's been releasing a lot of singles. It's just haven't been hitting the way when he first started.
No, that's a fact.
Now, lastly, did you see the Jubilee video of Amanda Seales versus the conservative blacks?
Absolutely, I saw that.
What's your thoughts about that? Did you think she won?
I don't think there's winning and losing, because you're not inherently changing somebody's perspective. You feel me? So if I agree with the side of the liberal, I'm going to rock with Amanda Seales. If I agree with the side of the conservative, I'm going to rock with the side of conservative. Like, there's nothing that's being said that's going to change it, because you're going to focus on various points. Like the point with her and the kid from Maine, the African kid, I think the point that stood out to me amongst that video on the internet was the idea of, like, in certain cultures, to immigrate, to not see yourself as Black American, so you look down on Black Americans, right? And yes. I think that for me as a Black American, I guess I've always seen it outside of the culture, but then when I got to college and started to see, Nigerians, Ghanaians, Haitians, Jamaicans, all that pride and stuff, it makes you feel like, damn, what's up? Like, that they always hit you with the, I don't have culture, this, that, and the third. But then it's like you see that, because then there are people that take it a step further. It's like, oh, you are the problem. I will side with the conservatives. Like, why can't y'all just listen? Why can't y'all just do X, Y, and Z? They buy into that rhetoric about Black Americans that's so deeply hurtful and disturbing. So I think her even having that point. There was another one a couple weeks back with the was it Sri Lankan or the Asian Indian man. He was talking to racist white people, and they were going,
a fascist person, when he admitted he is a fascist.
So you're not going to change these people's minds. And regardless, the good thing about this type of content is that the media is not addressing these problems, a lot of the problems that we're facing right now. A lot of it is conservative facing generally, and you have to go to like specifically liberal channels to hear certain things. So social media being able to have these conversations, and people are saying these things, people are being outed. Like the guy that he dropped his pseudonym on there, and then they fired him from his job, Connor or whatever his name was, right? Being able to know who the enemy is, how the enemy thinks, and for her video, knowing that the enemy can look just like you and still see so much difference in you. So,
because I want to touch on that too, because as a Caribbean American, I kind of hate what they do to Black Americans, and we can have this tough conversation.
For sure.
Africans, Caribbean Americans, all separate themselves from Black Americans. I know some people's going to disagree. I'm not going to say everyone, but it is a notion where we kind of separate ourselves from Black American. And we also do say Black Americans don't have culture, which is kind of insane, because if you could look on social media, majority of everything, whether you like it or not, comes from Black American culture. Even though I know Jamaicans love claiming hip hop just because the guy who created it had, Jamaican background, but still it was created in New York, Bronx, major influence by American culture, especially Black during that time. Just even with the jewelry, just on what the designers and all that, and the popularity of clothing. Like I just saw Central C talking about how he made Nike Tech popular. It's like slick. Like UK people really think like they made Nike techs and wearing stuff like that popular when we was like, bro, Black Americans have been doing this for a long time. So I always was sympathetic, especially me being Caribbean American. Yes, I have a Haitian background. I know my lineage, but doesn't mean that Black Americans don't have their own culture, don't have their own stuff, and they shouldn't be separated. They should be very, very celebrated, especially with the amount of influence that y'all have on this world alone.
100%. I think, but it's like I don't look at it as Haitian, Black, African. I look like we're all Black in America. So for me, it's like, yo, whatever you are, you are. I think it's just that inherent need to stand out as a culture because we've been shit on for so long as Black people, regardless of where you're from, unless you're from a predominantly Black state, island, whatever country, whatever may have you, like the shackles of racism, slavery, just that whole system are prevalent, and it's in the DNA. Like we look at each other as different, so we can't appreciate what everybody does, right? Oh, you dance well for an American, or you cook well for you speak so well for It's like those things are why those conversations are needs to be seen, especially in this upcoming generation, because they're trying to change history and tell them that we don't matter, right? Mm-hmm. We ended up in a lot of places because of slavery and, indentured servitude and, this ideology, this conservative ideology that it's for the system to work. Somebody has to be on the bottom, and it's people that have skin that's our color around the world. So I definitely just think that allowing those conversations to continue and having them, these tough ones, again, you're not going to necessarily change anybody's mind that's 30, 40 years already into having these ideologies, but maybe their children be like, oh, yeah, that is stupid. Why do I think that? Like, even this idea of, like, they say Trump trying to take us back to slave times, and it's just like, anybody who has spent the last 250 years thinking that because of someone's skin tone, they should be out in the field working for them and that they are less than them, like, you should have your brain examined. Because we've all shown, we all speak, we all stand, we all, communicate, write, all these different things. We compete against each other. We support each other. We assist each other. And there's value in every single person. So the fact that some people live that off their ideologies to prove that they're better, it's just like try to blame their life circumstances on, DEI and all these other stupid ideas. It's like that's where you really see, like, yo, people, that's the real mental illness in this country, or one of them.
Yeah, and then just one thing too. A lot of people, I've seen a lot of comments like there shouldn't be no Black conservative. I think that's a wrong idea. Black people, even though, I don't agree with conservative ideas most of the time, but you don't know. One thing I realized too is a lot of us suffers from living in big cities. We don't understand that, there's people that live in North Dakota, Montana that has a different perspective of life. And they might have different feelings from liberals. I'm not going to say they're necessarily right or wrong, but does everyone just accept everyone? That just, like, try to have a conversation. What I realize now is we don't have that conversation. That's why I enjoy Jubilee, and I kind of like that they do this type of debating thing, because we don't have debates no more. Everyone stays in their bubble with the same information that they love, so they never really hear outside information. Now, before we get to music, Slick, I want to give a special shout out to Jamie Lee Curtis over here. I never believed those rumors that you had a penis, woman. I never believed those. She's been going viral recently, Slick, because, she's out here promoting Freakier Fridays with Lizzie Lohan, and they realize at her age, Jamie Lee Curtis still a baddie, Slick. Have you seen her?
I've seen the videos. I've seen the rehashes of some of her classic movie scenes and stuff, like the movie with Arnold Schwarzenegger and whatnot. So, I mean, it's cool. It's like valid. It was probably valid milk back in the day, and this is like aging well. It's not spoiling. She don't say the N-word apparently.
Talk about milk, Slick. She got a whole jug full at age 66.
Yeah, that's gallons. It might be a little powdered, but it's okay.
Might be young, but I'm ready to feel. Shout out to you, Jamie Lee Curtis. And everybody forget about that dance scene of yours too. I'll forget. You're a legend in my book. Now, Slick, on to music, Slick. Chance the Rapper released Starlight. What's your take?
You know what my take is? I hit the chat immediately. I said, "Oh, this nigga's good." I don't know why I doubted you. I think it was important for Chance to really take a step back, and I think that I think Talk said it well. The Big Day wasn't a bad album, but it wasn't the right time for that album. If that's your big debut, like in front of millions of people, and a lot of people already love you, show them why they love you, and then you can dive off into that because it was like a different sound, it was a different topics. There's nothing wrong with reveling in your face or your love of your wife and whatnot, but this Starlight was bro. From the opening track, The Boy Who Lived. Oh my God. And No More Old Men is my fucking song of the week. It's my song of the year. It is a song that speaks to so many of my principles. So to have somebody like take an album and it's not sex music, it's not gun, rah, rah, rap, but it's so self-aware. The fact that he's like, yo, in Chicago, we at the point in our age group, there might not be any more old men. The streets work like this. This is happening like that. But then to go from that, and you got Rod, which is just melodic and just fire, and then put the gun in your purse, the features, the production, the sing, it brought back memories of Coloring Book and acid rap to me. But it also felt so refreshing because I think you think about when he dropped those projects, he was our age basically. So it's to watch him grow into where he's at right now, and even his interviews, his media run, talking about the infamous Trinidad Carnival video, or what was happening in his personal life, and just being able to kind of own that and absorb that and share that with people, and then now make this body of work, which I think he should be proud of. I don't know if it'll win any awards because his rap category is going to be tough this year. But,
and he's independent too, right?
No, he won Coloring Book off being independent. So
okay.
I think that just to hear, and that's another thing, to be like the face, he was at one time the face of independent rap. So to truly put out another independent project of this quality, and hopefully people start paying attention to it again and give it its respect and its just due. Great fucking album.
Yeah, bro.
Much more.
Really
no shade. It was much more enjoyable. I tried to listen to Gunna, and I was just like, it's the same thing I've heard over and over again for the last 4 releases. I just deleted it.
Yeah, I really, really enjoyed it. I took it the way I judge albums if they're good. I listen to it, I'll run it back. I like it. If I could put it on when I ride my bike, it's great. And if I could put it on the gym, I didn't really get to do it too much on the gym because I've really been on my Christian rap on my gym floor. I do not know why. I just been listening to a lot of Miles for gym. I don't know why, but overall, I really, really love this album. This album was, like I said in the chat, different vibes, but it all blended extremely well. You had some hype moments, you had some conscious moments, you had some just straight off just vibe moments, you had some introspective moments, and you just and it was cohesive, and it was just you just kind of just vibe out to it, and it was just great because it's a lot of these albums sometimes don't come with a story, and I got a nice story from him. I can't, and just like you said, we haven't heard from him since 2019, album wise. He has been putting songs over the years, but since 2019 we haven't heard from him fully. I feel like I caught everything. I think I got, it's going to sound crazy, but I felt like I had a conversation with him and I caught up for what he's been doing since 2019. And I see what mind state he's in. And it was great. Some of my takeaways, Ride, I love Ride. I actually like the song with Baby Chief Do It. I think it was a great for all the YNs. The highs and lows, I love highs and lows. Gun in the Purse is great. Letters is amazing. And then and also Vic Mensa verse, that one of the verses of the year for me, Vic Mensa. One of the verses of the year. I love everything he talked about in that. And then also I just love what Vic Mensa said afterwards in the video clip of him talking about how it's okay to be a supporting character in other people's story.
It's a fact.
Him knowing the background between them and how they grew up together and how they had major falling out for them to get back on a good graces And for him to even mention like, yo, even though I am the main character in multiple aspects of my life, for me to be, I don't mind being a supporting actor in someone else's story and helping them achieve what they can achieve. So overall,
that's crazy.
One of my albums of the year.
Yeah, I definitely had that's fire. Like I had that conversation with my therapist. Like you have to know how to, especially in like the phase of life I'm in right now, you have to know how to maneuver between both. Because you got look at Downey Jr. Robert Downey has got the Oscar for Best Supporting Actor. Was he in the movie that much? No, but he had an impact, and it's something that stands out. Jamie Lee Curtis, we just talked about. She won Best Supporting Actress back a couple years back. We thought they should have went to Angela Bassett because of her performance, but it's like, yo, powerful performances can happen as a lead actor or supporting. And then I want to I know we're going to talk about music, but I just want to shout out Elamine too, because any other week he would have had my song of the week. Because that new joint, oh my God! I know Tox not here. Might have to slide. Might have to play that real quick.
Yeah,
Tox not here, so we going to talk about it. Yeah, but that new Elamine, ill, bro. Chef's kiss.
Not gonna lie, Slick, over the last couple of months, this album of the year episode that we're gonna do at the end of this year is gonna be tough, gang. I ain't gonna lie. So far, R&B is winning it for me. I know a lot of great hip hop albums has been made. I don't want to discredit them, but R&B right now, because that Giveon album is still running, it's still running its rotation. Yeah,
Diamonds for Your Pain.
Starline is definitely going to be in my album of the year too.
Facts, big facts.
All right, now we got to do Drake news because you got a Drake Avenger here. What's your thoughts about his Amazon collaboration? You can purchase different shirts, a body pillow, a ski mask. I want to talk about this a little bit because we've been seeing a lot of collaboration from Drake, from NFL to MLB to WNBA, to like he's collaborating. It's turned into a luxury brand on the low. What's your thoughts about this? And do you feel like the OVO brand is getting up there as far as marketing?
I think we have an artist of his caliber. I think that being able to have these crossovers with companies such as Amazon and things like that, I think that, and just entering these multiple markets where they already love your music and how instrumental your music is to probably that fan base that you're interacting with, I think that's important. And I think that it kind of also leads to part of his defamation lawsuit because he could be like, yo, they knew I had all this lined up, and they still proceeded with whatever. And again, it was a rap battle to his credit, like. Or not, I won't be one-sided. Like they both said some shit about each other, blah blah blah. We saw what happened with the lawsuit this week. It was stuff that came out, but I dig it. I actually interacted with the website. It was dope to be able to click on things, and I think it's like only in its first phase. There was like a door with like a red light. So is that going to be for Iceman? Is that more like a phase 2 of the merch? Like it was dope seeing like the Nike hats and stuff that we probably missed out on back in the day, and it was priced appropriately. Like I think his merch was the same price I think I saw at the Chris Brown concert. Shout out to Breezy too. It's a week later, I'm still riding the high off that show. Might go to Connecticut this weekend and see that shit again. Nah.
Oh yeah, my special's going over there. She wanted me to go over there, but I'm like, I ain't trying to go to Connecticut. The tickets are not that bad.
Yeah, that's why I was like, that might be a move because everybody don't want to smoke cigars this weekend no more.
Oh damn.
Nah, I'm still going outside. It's okay. Pull up. You outside.
But yeah, I agree. I like it. Yeah, because the thing about it is there's a lot of products of Drake that I didn't even know Drake had. Drake has his sneakers.
No, not
multiple sneakers. He has his own do-rag. He has his own Nike do-rag.
That's fine.
That he released like two years ago that I didn't even know about. And then I know he had the Nautica stuff. And he has his cologne, like he's like his business aspect is really elevating him up there, which is surprising to me because I'm wondering why is he's not in the top 14 billionaire list? Because right now, Jay-Z is the only hip hop musician that's on that list. Rihanna's on that list.
Well, I think
there's a lot of billionaires from Nigeria and stuff. Go ahead.
I think music wise, they don't really release his contracts list and how much all his deals are worth. So I think that's why you can't really calculate his net worth accurately. So they probably don't want to give him a title that might not quite match. Like your net worth versus how much you actually have might be two different things, taxes and whatnot. And I think he hasn't really started. Every rapper you name, like Jay got Roc Nation, they got a hand in everything. Rihanna got Fenty. That's like one of the most popping lingerie and beauty lines, apparel lines out right now. So still to this day. So
yeah, did you get a chance to see the billionaire list?
No, I ain't look at it. I ain't care. I'm nowhere near that list.
You didn't care? Come on. We got inspiration. You could be inspired to become one. Come on, man.
Yeah, that sounds sweet.
I ain't gonna lie, Nigerians, y'all got it over there. I need to know what Nigerians doing over there because they over here. 23, the number one guy, he's Nigerian. Aliko Degate, he's worth $23.9 billion. And the source of his money comes from cement and sugar. That's what they said. We know about Robert F. Smith. You feel me? Shout out to him though. We also know Michael Jordan is a billionaire, and LeBron James is a billionaire too, and Magic Johnson with 1.5, and Tyler Perry. Tiger Woods is a billionaire. Surprising or not, I thought he gave all his fortune to that white woman when she divorced him. But shout out to all those black excellence people over here on the billionaire list. Now, just as far as music, let's get back to music. I'm talking about Baby Chief Do It. And just like you could look in the Twitter DMs. What's your thoughts about his AI comments that he had AI write his music for him?
Shit. Everybody else got AI doing everything else. Find it first. Hold on. Where we at with it? You sent it?
Yeah.
Got you.
I've been using that shit to write my lyrics, real shit.
Word, ChatGPT?
Hell yeah, that shit work. Well, what I did was I wrote down 4 bars and I said, write me a song. And then it said, give me a start me off, some shit like that. And bro, I started him off, whatever the fuck it is. That shit, it wrote some shit. I never actually used AI before, like until then.
What made you want to do it? Like, what? You just curious?
I had posted on my notes one night. I was bored as hell. And I was like, who want to write my next song? And then this girl had replied to him, like, I would have just used ChatGPT. So I downloaded that shit. Oh, bro. And that shit is cold.
Yeah.
That shit's scary, though. Like, that all that AI.
Everyone is saying hip hop is dead now. And why would he admit to something like that? What's your thoughts, Slick?
Well, one, it's a headline, so it gets him, some people that pay attention to his music, go break down his bars to kind of figure out, authenticate what is the real, what is the, the AI. But I think also it kind of creates this space for like, this is the new creative. And it's shocking. It's not shocking to say, but everybody's not as creative as they think, as they pretend to be. The fact that he showed integrity is like, yo, this is what I do. This is how I do it. It's not like he got a hit song or like he made millions off of a song based off him using AI or whatnot yet. And he's probably not the only one doing it. He's the first one that's brave enough to say it out loud. So I would love to see if a mainstream artist really comes out and says it, because then you're going to really see the floodgates open up.
Now, everyone's saying Cardi B should use AI for her remix of Imaginary Player, which is a Jay-Z's classic. Have you heard Cardi B new single, Slick?
I heard it.
Yeah, Cardi B, I ain't gonna lie. The fear of you releasing your second album and you realize people's gonna hate on you. Yeah, people's gonna hate on you. I'm sorry, Slick.
You don't like it? I mean, I think
it was smooth, but for a Jay-Z classic, she didn't come on it the right way.
I mean, it's almost like I don't think it should be a single, but I think it's like, it's one of those songs like a promotional song. Like, it's a homage to the classic whole record. Her biggest beef is with a lot of rap girls, and she's like, look, I've been going for a minute, and even so, I'm gonna do numbers that you could only hope you do. Right? It was braggadocious. Sorry. Had a lot of bravado. The visuals is there. I'm not saying it's a 10 out of 10 record, but I think for a single, people forget she's putting WAP and Up on this album, so she's already going to do crazy numbers regardless. Like the numbers will still say, "Hey, you got this." Outside is a top 10 record, so she's putting 3 top 10s, including 2 number 1s on the record already. She's going to sell 200,000 to 300,000. I think people are short sighting themselves on that part of it. So numbers wise, she can continue that idea of her as an artist. Like, yeah, like I'm still doing these numbers. These bitches can only hope they do. Her audience and fan base is still very strong. And she's dropping a 24-song album. We've heard 4 songs on the album. She got 20 more attempts to give us a couple that we like, all right, Cardi.
Yeah, but she got that first album that she got to live up to.
And well, you don't gotta live up to it. She won already. She won the Grammy. She won the award. She got the money. She toured. She's still touring off of them songs. She's touring off them songs plus the single she's put out.
But you know whatever we live in, you better, you only as good as your last.
That's fine. And if this one don't hit as hard as the last one did, she's still up hundreds of millions of dollars off the first one. All you trying to do is you trying to maintain that. Cool. She's such a personality that she don't have to make another album. She's doing this for the love of the game, and probably because she owed one in her contract. Like I told you, what I would have said, all the remixes she would have did, I would have licensed them songs, put out an EP on that, drop this in 2 albums, she'll be fine. And again, it's Cardi B. She's still, Jay-Z cleared a single for her, a sample. Let's be real. That's impressive. She's still getting in the rooms with Beyonce. She still can call any artist in any genre and do a song with them. And it's going to,
agree with you.
Even out of the first, if it disappears in 3 weeks, guess what? You're still going to hear it everywhere for 3 weeks. Because even though you try, you say you don't like imaginary players, the challenge right now is fly. Everybody putting on their fly shit and wherever they at, and then, you know, the edits is clean. She knew what she was doing. And it gave bars. What she said, that glory hole line, like everybody say, that glory hole line was tough. There was lines on that song that was fire. Did it sound like it was put together and curated by somebody else for her? Yeah. But for all of that, we're going to hear songs where she's talking about sucking dick in the club and how wet it is, and, you know, she's also going to probably have songs about her being a mom and, you know, what that life is like.
She definitely got a clapback record at Offset.
Yeah, so we're going to get the Cardi that we've been missing, and it's just like be in the moment. Because I think, look at Chance, for example. Did we have high expectations for that album? No. And then
But we do have high expectations for Cardi B's album.
I don't have high expectations. I didn't have high expectations.
No, not you, but I'm talking about the music world.
I think
high.
people want to see what she does. I don't think it's going to be a straight up flop. It's not going to be a bad album. I think that it's just going to be an album where, like Imaginary Players, you might question the authenticity, but we did the same thing on the first album. Like, she had like 95 writers on that shit. That's what we were saying. Like, shit hard though. When she's not doing something, doing wrong, but that sounded like shit she would say. All right, so if we get a couple of those with some good features, some good beats, you know what she's gonna do? She's gonna hit us with the rah real rap shit. She's gonna hit us with the ghetto princess hood bitch shit. Then she's gonna hit us with the emotional mom shit. She's gonna hit us with the freaky shit. Hit us with the Spanish shit. There's so many pockets she can go in. She's gonna have some guests that we're even surprised that are on this album.
That's what I really want to see. I want to know who's gonna be the feature. And she hasn't released a song with a feature yet.
And she still got a month to promote it. And they saying the street saying she's pregnant again. That means that coochie just worked. But
boy, she pregnant. I thought they was talking about Doechii because her tour got canceled.
Oh, I mean,
but that's not who got pregnant.
Nah.
I plead
fifth on that one. I'm not going to touch that.
Yeah, let's get to some sports, man. On to sports. Want to give congratulations to John Wall on his retirement and his new job as a sports analyst. Shout out to John Wall, feel me, legendary career. Everyone remembers the Dougie and him on court after a big play. Big blood, bitch. You feel me? We gotta support John Wall, man. I want to read some of his stats though, because he was one of them ones. It's just injury just got the best of him. You feel me? You talking about a 5-time All-Star, All-NBA third team, All-Defensive second team, All-Rookie first team, Slam Dunk contest winner, SAC Player of the Year after 11 season. Happy retirement, man.
Yeah, great career. So I got 2 points that might not go well. First point, he's proof that like you draft a generational player, but sometimes they don't have to be the number one guy. If they would have been able to draft somebody that was better than him or a more natural scorer, or sign somebody like a Paul George, they probably won a title because they had everything. They could never figure out that small forward spot, or they could never get like that true alpha scorer. Brad Beal wasn't that guy until John left, and it was on losing teams. Second question. Who had a better career, him and Derrick Rose?
Oh, John Wall.
Oh, okay, I guess it's not an argument. Cool, I feel the same. No disrespect to Derrick Rose at all. No disrespect to
Derrick Rose. And also, they released the day that he's going to get his jersey retired in Chicago next year.
Derrick Rose he had the emotional heartstrings. You know, he was going against Bron, so I was always like, hold up, that he got one of Bron's MVPs. We got to talk about that one day. but Derrick Rose is a great player as well. But I just think the longevity, like we saw peak Rose.
When did Derrick Rose get injured? Like his
third season,
second or third?
The fourth season. It was his fourth season.
Yeah, John Wall has many years of him putting up just better seasons.
Derrick Rose is highest. Yeah, Derrick Rose has the highest peak in terms of like he got the MVP, conference final, like he was right there. But John Wall consistency and just, the numbers and productively, like useful utility as a top 2 player on his team. Yeah, I'm just throwing that out. They both gonna have their jerseys retired by their respective teams, by the Wizards and Bulls. So.
And also congratulations to Cam Newton for getting his jersey retired by Auburn. Shout out to him, man. Heisman Trophy winner 2010. Shout out to Cam Newton.
National champion.
He's still on Gilly the kid's head top. I don't know if you saw that new video. We don't have to play it, but he's still on Gilly's head top. I ain't gonna lie to you. Leave that nigga alone.
Yeah,
he has a Heisman.
Stop talking to him. Leave him alone. You're right.
MVP, all that. Real quick, what's going on with Michael Porter Jr.? Something happened when he got signed to Brooklyn again? Because I never really heard about him in Denver.
Nobody's
going
to cover you in Denver. You come to New York, now you got a publicist. You got he a 6'10" light skinned dude. So,
bro, I'm seeing him in clips with women. He's pulling out the racks. He's doing an interview how Joker told him like, "Yo, make sure you carry a condom over there." I'm like, "Yo, what's going on with him, bro?"
He's trying to be.
I might gotta draft him.
That's it. Late. He gonna average 20 and 10 or 20 and 8. That's fair. I'm not mad at it. He on my board too.
I would draft him just because he looked like he about to do a superstar run right now. I think he's trying to build himself as the Brooklyn Nets superstar. I'm supported about it because I'm seeing he took his vices women, and then the next day or two I see him with a clip with a bunch of women in there. He put out the bands. I'm like, who is this nigga here? Maybe there's nothing going on in Denver. But he's been acting very, very unusual, though. Also, just before we get to WNBA, because I do want to talk about the WNBA and how they rejected the deal. Shout out to Dwight Howard and Shaquille O'Neal for putting their differences aside. Shaq will be presenting Dwight Howard in the class of 2025 enshrinement ceremony. So shout out for them because they've been beefing for over 10 years, honestly. And even recently, Slick, we talked about it, like, even recently they had like a little back and forth. And for them to finally get on the same page and for Shaq to present Dwight Howard, two men who call themselves Superman, I really applaud that. That's growth and that's maturity.
That's a fact. Shout out to them.
And then, now, Slick, what's your thoughts about the WNBA players rejecting a deal that could possibly quadruple their pay from minimum 66 to 250K and maximum 250 to 1 million, and they calling that deal a slap in their face?
I think that I see both sides of the argument. I think that one, how much more? What's the number you're trying to get to? Because you're not getting NBA money. Even the NBA went through periods where it was like, max contract was $1 million and 8. I looked at this like the highest paid salary in the last like 30, 40 seasons. We wasn't seeing 30s and 10s to 30s until like 95. After they had long been profitable in the Jordan era. Jordan was on his way out by the time it was profitable for real. If we were keeping it a buck. If we use that same metric, the WNBA is definitely at least a decade away from max profitability. I know they see all this money out here, but a lot of the things, like, you're not paying in your own arenas. You're playing, if your owner owns the arena or you have a lease deal, so you're paying that. Do you deserve to be flying private? Yes, I agree with that. Your amenities, your practice facilities, your insurance, all that, absolutely should be taken care of. As a pro athlete, I agree with that 100%. What if, say the number is $10 million? What's the $10 million skill? Is the argument that there are players in college on NIL deals making more than you? That's a conversation, right? If we find out what the top NIL deal is for a female college basketball player, that's a conversation to be had, right? If we say you're comparing yourself to the NBA, is there any if your whole league is generating say what they're getting paid $200 million a season. If you do a half 50-50 revenue split of that $100 million a season, right? So 100 goes to the league, 100 goes to the teams. You divide that by 12 teams. So you saying like what is that, $8-9 million a pop? If that, my math might be a little bit off, maybe less than that, probably $8 million a pop.
Mm-hmm.
Team has 10 to 12 roster spots. You're still getting that mill. So the numbers, just based on it, that's just me throwing that out there. They sync up. The idea you can't make a deal that gets you in the door to living respectfully and then clean up the product. Because again, they had the All-Star game. What did I say? Yeah, I wore those shirts and you put together the most pathetic All-Star game we could see. And I get it. The men are lazy. The men are making, some of them niggas making $50-60 million a year. And at least they making layups and windmill dunks and stuff like that. Half court, threes from half court, right? There's still a level of entertainment, right?
Mm-hmm.
I remember when Shaq said the thing about them lowering the rim to 9 feet. Not to be disrespectful, but now y'all dunking. Now y'all getting thrown on. Now the scores in your games are going to 100 more consistently and not, low 90s. Like, I think I just watched the Lynx and Liberty game last week. And it's like, it was a good game. It was insane, but it's like, all right, pass, shoot, pass, shoot. Drive, cut, layup. It's cool. I'm not paying more than $100 to go to a game. That's for me and multiple people. If I go see a Laker game right now, the Lakers go play the bum-ass Nets. For just me to go, I'm paying $300 to be up top.
Right.
Think about how those numbers shift. So I think it's a short-sighted argument. And I get it. You feel like you're worth more. Europe is paying you more. You want to play in one league. You don't want to play in 3 leagues. This unrivaled in Europe. You don't want to do that. I wholeheartedly get that. What about the girl that's making $60,000 off a rookie contract? Would she not benefit from making $240,000 coming out of college? And then vice versa. Your max is $240,000. You pulling a mill, right? Let's say, let's round up. You pulling a mill. So you make to work for 3 months, 3 months, 4 months tops. Which means if you choose to go to Europe, now you pulling maybe making $2 million that year, $3 million that year. You go unrivaled, same thing. You offer an equity in the company, and it was popular last summer. There is a way to negotiate, a way to argue. So turning down this deal, what stopped the owners from saying, all right, bet. Y'all don't want to play? Go ahead. If it's all shooting and layups anyway, we could find that the next crop of 50 girls, they can still do that. We can still feel
they had to release a lot of girls in the beginning of the season that they draft because there's not enough roster spots.
My point exactly. And outside of maybe
shout out to Deja Kelly.
Shout out to 10 to 12 girls in the league.
Mm-hmm.
You're replaceable. How many do we really know? The 10 to 12 girls that we know, the Olympic girls that make the Olympic team, let's say 25. There's 25 girls that we know. If I saw them on the street, like, oh shit, you're so-and-so. That's just my, gotta be realistic.
Right. For 44 games, 40, well, how many games?
I think it's 44. 40. You play like twice a week, 3 times a week. You got a break because of the All-Star game or a break because of the Olympics whenever there's Olympic competition.
Yeah, and it's just, and I think ladies, y'all should just wait a couple of years. Y'all finally saw a boost last year due to Caitlin and Angel Reese and all the rookies that came in. Now they're looking to expand to different teams, so you're going to have more teams. Unfortunately, y'all are going to be in the losing end of history. I guarantee you, Elgin Baylor on the Los Angeles Lakers in the 60s and 70s hated Michael Jordan and them in the 90s because of the money that they was getting. Bill Russell and them wasn't getting money in the 60s the way that Larry Bird and them. And I know guarantee Larry Bird and other people, George Gervin and all those other peoples from the late 80s and early 90s are looking at some of these players right now like, damn, I wish I got some of the bread that you got. It's just all part of the history, man. it's like they approaching their 30 years of establishment because they started in the late 90s.
Yeah.
And y'all already did way better than the NBA started. The NBA had to merge with other leagues. you have a backing of the NBA with you. But, I digress. We'll see what they go on for the next couple of years. Real quick before we get to music, what's your thoughts about Jake Paul and Tank announcing their fight in November?
I mean, that was the plan because he said that after he had the tie with Roach. He's like, yeah, we're going to fight again, but I'm going to stick to the plan. And this is a big money thing for Tank. I think he's bored. He's not interested in fighting in his weight class anymore. So this is a big fight. It's an exhibition. It's not going to count against anybody's record. So they're probably saying no knockouts, right? And
he better knock that nigga out.
We keep.
I tell you right now, if Jake gets knocked out by Tank, that would make them so much money.
It will, but if Jake knocks out Tank, that'll also make them so much money. Even though it's like he has a size, height, weight advantage.
But you know they're gonna say it's fake though. It has to be the other way around for it to be beneficial for both parties.
That's true, but we'll see. I mean, I think it's a money grab. I think with boxing, we're at the point where it's theatrical. The theatrics are what we like. Look at the Paul and Tyson fight. The common person knew Mike Tyson had no business fighting a 25 or whatever year old Jake Paul at 60, but we all watched that shit.
It's needed though, but it's needed. I don't mind it because when Floyd Mayweather retired, we stopped caring about boxing. To be honest, unless you was a boxing enthusiast, you didn't care about boxing.
Canelo.
Huh?
Or a Mexican watching Canelo.
Yeah, facts. So a lot of people's you competing against UFC. UFC is a guaranteed knockout most of the time or a submission. You feel me? You're going against a lot of sport where it's more exciting than boxing. Like a good boxing match, a very great boxing match, is low-key a boring match if you're not a fan of it, Slick. You know what I mean?
Yeah, if you're not
like it ain't really no slugfest, ain't no brawl fest. Like they don't like great boxers don't really try to get in there like that. You only get that from like the amateurs. So you compete against like UFC where nigga, you might get knocked out 10, 15 seconds in the round, which is more exciting. So I can understand that. But now real quick, if we get to our song of the week, Slick, what's your fantasy draft recap? We talked about this earlier. How you feel like you did on our NFL fantasy draft?
I like my team. It's my first time. Like I said, I got some good picks, some good players. It comes down to injuries, bye weeks. Like give
yourself a letter.
I'm gonna agree with what the website told me. I'm definitely it's a B. I think I got some talent. I got elite quarterback, got some great receivers, great running backs. My kicker could be a little better, but he's gonna get some stuff off. It's just gonna come down to matchups. I think just understanding. I like my bench. My bench is really strong. I think I paid attention to just equity across the board. So I'm like, if I have an injury to a receiver or a running back or a bye week, I think I can still stand pat. My backup quarterback might not be the greatest right now, but I believe in you, Caleb. Pink nails and all and purses and shit. So hopefully you ready to ball.
Niggas gave me a B. Come on, fuck out of here.
Yeah, bro. Yeah, that's why I said I looked. The only person that got an A was Young Thompson. So shout out to him.
He's the only one that got an A. Fuck out! I'm whipping his ass. I'm coming after you. and it's gonna be interesting. This year we got some new rules that Slick announced. So hopefully, I just don't want to be last place.
That's a fact. That's gonna be bad because y'all gonna see something weird. Y'all gonna know exactly who lost.
Facts, but so as you know what we did last year when I was in my fantasy league, we're gonna give a recap of each week. You know how angry I was last year. Now Slick is gonna join me now because he gonna be tight. I already know.
Yeah.
Because remember I was coming here like, what the fuck going on? Yeah, get ready for that and get ready for the basketball one too. But let's get to our song of the week. Alrighty, if you're listening on YouTube, please exit and thank you by the way for YouTube because y'all are really boosting up subscribers too. Make sure let's get us to 500, please, by the end of this year. We try to get some money. We try to get some mola.
Oh, it's like that on YouTube. I ain't even checked.
Yeah, we've been up. They've been fucking with us on YouTube. We got a video with 50K views.
What the fuck?
feel
Oh
me?
shit! What did I say?
Come on now. We out here. And fuck with our shorts too, because we've been posting our shorts. We know how it goes. You get the full episode on YouTube. You get 2 snippets and a YouTube short every week. So make sure you like, comment, subscribe. And download the Live Podcast app, as your favorite streaming platform to listen to our song of the week. If you don't want to do that, you can listen to our previous song of the week on our previous playlist or our Spotify music playlist where we got.
You muted.
Oh, that was Miles Minnick, Lifetime. Shout out to him, though. You can find our previous song of the week on our previous playlist or our Spotify music playlist, but that's not what you're here for. You're here for the people's choice, the people's favorite, Slick. Drop it.
I can be toxic, but so what? You gonna love it here. Shit, fuck is you talking about? We have fun over here. It's very fun here.
And it's fun indeed. Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to the Tax Service announcement. You already know who he's sponsored by. The one and only Heart of Moisture.
This Might Not Go Well podcast is sponsored by Heart of Moisture, your most trusted distributors in all things beauty. From hair products to wellness tools and more, we provide you with access to beauty supplies from wherever you are. Follow us on all social platforms at Heart of Moisture and visit our website at heartofmoisture.com. Let us know how we can serve your community when it comes to your wellness needs. Email us at admin@heartofmoisture.com for more information. Essentials with ease.
Hey, shout out to Wendy. I see that pregnancy photo, Shorty. You look great. All right. This week's TSA, Slick, we got a few topics. We're not going to stay here for too long. We gave you a good episode already. All right, Slick, there's been a debate online where what do you do as a husband if you see your woman getting into a fight with 5 women? Slick, do you jump in or do you wait afterwards?
Hell yeah, you jump in. Fuck yeah. Why am I shooting the fair? Why y'all jumping for? That's pussy.
Well, there's a video of a man beating up 5 women who try to jump his wife, Slick, and it's been going viral because a lot of people have different opinions. They say, as a man, you shouldn't put your hands on a woman. But then there's the point of view for people who are married when the wife said, hey, you let me get fucked up, I'm fucking you up.
I ain't never gonna hear the end of it if I let them jump you. Nah, I'm with you. But
I'll
nah,
let you know
100%.
right now, find that divorce paper if you stay on the sideline.
It's over. You cooked. But nah, yeah, 100%. You're not jumping my shorty, right? Respectfully, I don't give a fuck what type of time y'all on. Like, even if she started it, like, y'all not jumping her. You fight. Y'all shoot the fair. I'm the other. Like, y'all got it. But we not doing.
Okay, and I forgot to add, the girls who jumped the wife went and made a video trying to garner sympathy, saying why the husband put his hands on them.
Nah, you assaulted my wife. I was fear for her life, her safety, my children's safety. Like, there's a lot of elements that go into that. You're not putting your hand, like, y'all not jumping my wife. Like I said, if y'all got a problem and y'all decide to go to fisticuffs and it's 1v1, y'all got a couple. Y'all got 30 seconds and I'm separating that shit and we out. We leaving.
Slick, I'm gonna take it further. I don't care if it's 1-on-1. If you start getting the best out of my wife, I'm swinging.
That's facts.
I don't care if you start to get the only way I'm not jumping if my wife is whipping your ass. I ain't gonna lie. I can't see the woman that I love.
No, I'm breaking
get
mollywopped. Either way, it's over because I'm like, yo, nigga, because once you lose, you're gonna start trying to call the cops and that. They're like, nah, fuck that. You lost. We going home. Let's go.
Now, side note, I believe if I'm getting jumped, I don't want my wife jumping.
Yeah, let's go warm up the car. Go get go start the car.
Yeah, like scream. You can call the cops, but because the thing about it, because now if I see you on the floor and niggas stomp you out, like niggas gotta die at this point. Like
that's one of my as a pacifist, one of my brothers was like, yo, you're not putting your hands on her, like respectfully. Like if you do something to my child, my girl, like you're dying. It's death.
Yeah, like I have to do research. I gotta find your address. I gotta find your family members.
Yeah, it's not
like
over.
I gotta do some law-abiding citizen shit. Like, I gotta.
like respectfully, it's not over.
Yeah, it's not over. Like if you fucked me up, cool. You left my girl on the side. I'm gonna take my L. Because we're not 30s. We got stuff to lose. Mm-hmm. Cool. If I'm covering my head, Slick, and I see my shorty over here on the floor getting pummeled, Niggas gotta die, Slick. Kill me there.
Yeah.
Like, just take my life there because I'm coming back for vengeance. I'm sorry. But yo, for those 5 women who's talking about that man should go to jail for, yo, y'all jumped his wife. He first of all, he loved that woman, and he don't want to hear that repercussion of when he go back home, because you know that wife is going to tell him a new one if she saw that video.
That's a fact.
Now, speaking of relationships, Slick, did you know that Maury Povich has a podcast, Slick?
Since when?
I'm telling you right now. He has, and one of the first things that he did. Let me just put this up on a check on Twitter real quick, Slick. One of the first things he did, he interviewed his wife on the first episode, Connie Chung. You know, the news anchor woman, right?
Oh, okay.
Well, he apparently called her out for doing something in their marriage. Slick, play it.
You became a big star.
Well, no, I mean, whatever.
And you kind of messed around with stars.
Oh, you didn't?
No, I didn't mess around with stars.
Yeah, I think you can name a few.
No, I'm not. No, I did not. I did not mess around with them. I knew them. You messed around with them. It's in the book.
Yeah, it is, but...
Warren Beatty. You know what my sister said about Warren Beatty?
Yes,
Every woman who came to California had to go through him. It was like an immigration system. You became a big star.
Wait, Warren Beatty. Wait, let me Google this man right here, Slick. This nigga was knocking him down like that, Slick.
Don't ask me. I wasn't there.
Wait, he's 88 years old. Damn, this. Oh, he played Dick. He was in the Dick. Don't tell me he played Dick Tracy.
Yep.
Oh, he played Dick Tracy. This is Dick Tracy.
Warren Beatty was slinging dick.
Yo, he said, yo, you couldn't go to LA without getting your shit knocked off by what? Slick, first of all, I don't even know where to start with this clip, Slick. First of all,
why you shouldn't interview your partner? Yeah, that's why you shouldn't do it. Nope.
I don't even know where to start, Slick. First of all, Connie Chung, you was on the news. When you had time to be fucking? They have like the news anchors be having.
My brother, the news only comes on. It comes on 3 times a day. She had plenty of time to be fucking for an hour.
And first of all, Maury, you stayed with her after she cheated?
It's Hollywood is different.
And first of all, she tried to spin that back. Well, see, women with lack of accountability, try to make it seem like he was fucking with other women. He wasn't. a faithful. He half Jewish, right? Or Jewish, right? Povich is a little Jewish, right? But anyway, someone say faithful white man. Like,
Lisa, no, I didn't. Not then.
And she looked like she had no remorse on fucking this guy, Slick.
They dealt with it. That's why she said it's in the book. He's like, yo, you put it in the book. I can put it in my podcast. That's probably the deal. They dealt with it. Not saying
this is why he always try to catch cheaters, because his bitch was a cheater. Oh my God, Slick, we put the connection. All these years, Slick, he been trying to catch cheaters on other people. There's a reason why, Slick.
Yeah, nah, boy, that's filthy. I get it.
I ain't gonna lie, Slick. I don't want to know too much about my celebrities that I grow up with. Like, I'm sorry, I don't want to hear Maury Povich got cheated on by his wife, though.
Fuck that.
Like,
I'd rather hear about the celebrities than myself and my peers.
Oh, that's a fact. That's a fact.
Fuck. You was fucking who? The gym teacher? No. What?
What? Nah, I'm still rolling that. He said, Warren Beatty, you basically got to check in. That's the real check in. This girl was really knocking shit off.
Yeah, no, that shit is funny. I'm not gonna lie.
All right, I'm sorry, but Slick, this is going to be going viral. You even sent me this video too, Slick, of this.
I did. Shit.
Yes, of this Atlanta teacher who's been going viral off his dance move. Correct?
Oh, I did send you that. Yeah, you're right.
Yes, to the point where they've been calling him the coolest teacher in Atlanta. To the point now, people are insinuating that he is a sexual predator, Slick. And this is before they started praising this female teacher of dressing appropriate too. So there's been 2 different opinions on teachers.
Oh, the one with the pencil skirt?
Yes.
I seen that too. think I sent that to you too.
What's your thoughts, Slick?
Where do I start? I think when it comes to apparel, like there's like in New York, there is no specific dress code. Like it's totally up to the union says one thing, and then the principal can set the guidelines for other things, right? So there's wiggle room within it, but you also remember your age group and demographics you're working with. You're working with children who are impressionable, and you are with them a third of their day. Sometimes longer than that if there's after school, but before school clubs, whatever support, right? So I think in this common era of social media, this common era of clout and whatnot, people want, and respectfully, being in an underappreciated profession, technically, right? People want to show off and create things, and there's nothing inherently wrong with that, so long as you're not hurting children. I'm never going to say what you should or shouldn't wear or should or shouldn't do, but you also got to read the room. Like, would I be mad at this? Would I call him a sexual predator because his videos? No, he might like attention. This is also this generation. Attention is out there. I'm dancing. I'm fly. I'm in Atlanta, the black capital, teaching these black kids. Go ahead.
And just one thing, there's also been a trend of teachers on TikTok getting famous and getting because the applesauce guy, the Apple guy, who went on that reality show from being a teacher and got his wife there, started off with social media. There's been multiple teachers. So with your stance on attention, there is I want to say a motivation for teachers to make videos.
Yeah,
to connect.
Like I'm saying, if you're connecting, you're not putting children at risk. You're not putting children's faces in videos. Like you're dancing, you're showing off your fits, your ensemble. Like I've even played with that idea. Like I'm no bullshit. I dress mighty well to go to work. So I was like, I thought about doing shit like that. But at the same point, it's just like, all right, do I have energy for it? Whatever, cool. The kids get a joke. If kids get a blast out of it, great. I think them going the sexual predator route is a lot of projection. Granted, I hope he's really not, because that comes out as this might not go well. But the idea of like, yo, you're dancing, you're in your attention, you're showing off, like, you know, you're building a social media following. This generation of teachers is not the archetype that we grew up on. We joke about it all the time. Teachers getting younger and finer in both genders, right?
Yep.
It's like, oh shit, you work in middle school. I know they be on you. That like, no, leave me alone. You feel me? But that's something that a lot of people have to face. It's like a lot of attractive people that work in education, a lot of attractive people that work in fields where kids are involved. And it's like, because of your insecurity, you can't just prescribe, oh, you're a predator because you look nice and you're doing X, Y, and Z. At the same time, knowing, again, going back to the impressionability of young people, certain things, like I wouldn't wear shorts around my students just out of respect. Like I don't want you to feel away or say something or see, like, you know, whatever. And, you know, even if in a lead role, it's like, all right, you don't want teachers wearing something that's totally body conforming if you're around middle-aged high school boys, right? Because it's like, yo, damn, the kids gonna say something, they're gonna make your life a little harder. You feel me?
Yeah, that's facts.
You feel me? And it's like, oh, one person says something or feels away, or you helping with somebody and they have a moment, that's a case. You feel me? So it's definitely one of those things where it's like, I don't like the projection, but it's a lot easier. Now people go, oh, you have your right, you can do whatever you want, blah, blah, blah. Yeah, but you're dealing with children. And when you deal with children, you also deal with their parents. And based on your interaction with their parents, they can or cannot make anything, and I say anything, an issue. And then you add the internet to it, so random people that have had similar experiences jump in, or they project, oh, I don't look like that, and this teacher looks like that, I don't want my kid around that,
Mm-hmm.
It becomes something more than it needs to be, and then you lose. What we talked about a couple months ago was a teacher that had the kids braiding his hair, definitely out of bounds, right? But was it as big a thing as it should have been? I don't know. I'm not going to say yes, I'm not going to say no. How would I feel as my daughter? I'd be like, oh, bro, relax, take that down. There's no permission for this. But at the same time, you had a connection with those kids that they wanted to do these things with you. You feel me? So it's like, where's the line on both sides?
And people have to stop recording and telling people about your jobs.
That's a fact.
Stop. I hope everyone knows at most jobs have a code of conduct. They have rules in place. Stop, because even outside of just teaching, I've seen a lot of nurses make TikToks.
Oh, the nurses be wilding.
Yeah, and we talked about before, like probably like a year or two ago, a nurse made a TikTok and on that whole floor got fired off a bat. Stop. Stop. Leave the workplace at the workplace. I know you've seen other people do it and they got famous, they got attention. Doesn't mean you can still dress cool, sir, without letting everyone know your profession, and you can still dance. Because what people fail to understand is once you work for someone else, you have to abide by their rules, and you don't know what's in there.
Well, sir.
Because now, because the school district might just fire you off of just those false claims alone, and what you gonna turn to social media and be like, oh yeah, you don't want to post that up on your job.
Yeah, like I said, if you want to, I'm a teacher. This is my fit. This is what I get ready for work. Cool. Don't do it on school grounds. Like there are ways around it. Like again, it's the most underappreciated profession. So
Facts.
Thinking about that, and it's like you trying to make some extra loot or just want somebody to appreciate you. By all means, you dance and you do all this stuff on the side. That's cool. There's different ways to get it out there.
That's a fact. And then for you to sit here and elevate a guy dressing in different colors as a sexual predator is crazy. Stop projecting traumas and stuff. Go get help.
Facts.
Go seek therapy.
Facts.
All right, Slick. Let's get this choose one and get out of here, Slick. This week's choose one. Would you rather get an alert when your parents smash, or they get one when you smash? Choose one.
I want them to know when I'm smashing. Come get your grandchild so I can go to town.
Well, my mom is single, so I won't get an alert. But my dad be in these streets, so I don't know.
I'm just like, I want it to again, nigga, again.
Right.
Like,
now with your mom, like, oh, I make a baby number 2 now.
You're right. Shit. Oh, you fucking.
She better not get that alert, because she be like, where's my second grandkid?
I'm gonna be like, I'm gonna text a PO. What's that mean? Pulled out.
She gonna go to your woman, like, make sure you wrap the leg and tighten it. I want my grandkids.
When that birth,
I want the eggs cracked, scrambled.
When that birth control pill drop, I'm on it.
Oh, yo, that birth control. Oh man, but I don't mind. Wait, hold on. Hold on. I know this mother lover did not come in towards the end on the episode over here.
My boy pulled up at the shoe. What?
I know this boy did not pull up towards the end of the episode.
Crazy. In the dark with his bonnet on.
All right, Tox.
You gotta throw a topic out there. Throw a topic out before you get to this Tox. Throw a topic out you want to talk about. You pulled up for a reason. I know you.
I just want to see what the niggas was doing. I was surprised.
Oh, what you thought about your fantasy draft recap, real quick?
I think I'm gonna do all right. I like my team.
What letter grade you got?
I got a C grade, but I know the niggas don't know nothing about football, so I know they go treat it like basketball.
Thanks. We talked about, okay, you in a committed relationship. Real quick, what's your thoughts about the husband jumping in, seeing his wife getting beat up by 5 women? You jumping in?
I'm jumping in. What you mean?
Okay. Now, finally, if I choose one, would you rather get an alert when your parents smash, or they get one when you smash?
Didn't we do this already? How many times we gonna do the same choose one? You a little kinky.
What? That's what happened. I got it from All Def. Shout out to Squadcast, All Def. That was one of their topics this week. Which one you choosing?
I'm a child of God, so ain't nobody smashing.
Nigga, you got pregnant. What you doing? You got a kid.
Yeah, folks, this Might Not Go Well podcast.
Okay, yes. Thank you, Tox, for joining us at the end of this episode. Make sure you like, comment, subscribe everywhere. Get us to 500. We're halfway there. Please follow us on all social media at This Might Not Go Well. If you're branding those business opportunity, please email us at thismightnotgo@gmail.com. I'm the voice of outside. BB's aka Poppy Sazon.
And I was late, but I'm Jamie Tox.
I think it's an understatement. It's your boy. I don't even know my name. Yo, it's Slick. Y'all be good. We see y'all next week, y'all.
Took out.
Just take the beats. Try to tell them we up next, you can't stop that. This your favorite podcast. Every show is lit, baby. You know what we finna do. Slick gon' talk that slick talk, he gon' get political. Okay. Do not switch topics, niggas is toxic. Poppy shots don't always saying something wrong, but if you don't like it, what we saying, nigga, oh well. We try to tell you, baby, this might not go well. This might not go. Hey, that's it. One take. We're not even doing it again. Keep that. That's the one.